shotgun come with the option. Send big blitz, nobody blocking. Big win, that's a ring and a watch. Strong in when he come in the slot, trying to bend the corner, your limbs getting. That's your partner, then your twin getting.
We have a perfect day for football. The roof is open, in fact, here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll be covered.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
From the 17, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary, that was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
Exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I guess no need to force him when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
It's a gain of 6. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Rams 10, Colts 7.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 24, Watson. Looking downfield for Jones.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well. Protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Play action. It's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number 1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
The Jackson going to run again.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Jackson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
On second down, right back to Hunt. Sheds off the tackle, and they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Here's Watson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Back to throw, Watson. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. D. Ford that time showing what he can do defensively. Credit him with a tackle for loss. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Behind the chains, second and 13.
Now Jackson.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Jackson.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
Touchdown, Colts! Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Open man is Bourne. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take
a tackle down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he is going to have a blitz first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. First down and more for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 24, Jackson. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line, so forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. To throw is Watson. Oh,
He put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. Simply like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defense...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. DK Metcalf, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Being chased out left. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they said? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On third down, here's Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now it's Watson.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand.